Welcome to Mailbag. This is a series of videos about questions that you guys have left on the channel. I normally block them up into a series that I can record in an evening because that's how many questions you guys leave. So what you'll be seeing is this block header, and then you'll see the individual mailbag items that will follow as the next part of the video. But before we get into mailbag, which is about questions and answers and comments you guys leave on the channel, we must do the channel parish notices. And if you like videos about legacy tech, musical instruments, EDM, anything like that, hit the subscribe icon, because that's what this channel's all about. If you want to be notified when such videos hit the channel, it's the bell icon. Save yourself some time, hit both together. If you like the contents of the video, please give it a thumbs up. And also, I love you guys leaving comments on the videos down below. I read them, I comment on them, and sometimes you even give me ideas for future videos, which is really great stuff. It also allows other people to comment on something you've raised against a topic that was discussed in the video. Really, really good stuff. Also down there, Facebook and Instagram. Becoming more and more popular with you guys. A lot more of you are talking to me on those channels. Keep it up. It's probably the channel I'll respond to you most quickly on, because it's the channel in my pocket, as in it's on my phone. But please follow me on those particular platforms, and you'll see the normal channel shenanigans. And finally, down there is the important one. For less than the price of a cup of coffee, you can support the good work that this channel does towards EDM and legacy synthesizers. And now back to this video. I've always said one of the things I really enjoy about reading your comments is your usernames. This one comes from New York Camel. How much was shipping and taxes, please? What was the total? And this was in response to unboxing the new arrival, the S2400, a video I did in January 2021. And I'll be honest with you, a number of people have asked the question, which is why I've brought it up in mailbag. But I'm not sure my answer is relevant to many other people, because you live in different territories. So I bought my S2400. Literally, I got the credit card out and I paid my deposit the week that Brad announced it. So that was 2019. I've received my S2400 2021. So that was basically about 18 months between saying yes and receiving the unit. And I think mine was at an introductory price. So Brad was trying to get the money together to get the production underway. So he was offering it at an introductory price, and I think I paid about $200 in duty, import taxes, and VAT to get it into the UK. Yes, I did the whole transaction in dollars, so you'd have to convert that to pounds, and it was whatever the pound-dollar exchange rate was at the time. But if you use the home currency, so as in using dollars, I get a better exchange rate on my credit card than trying to use pounds, because they convert from pounds to dollars in a really weird way. And this is actually quite important when you're buying things from overseas, is always allow the credit card company to do the spot transaction as opposed to the website. Okay, and this all comes down to the fact that if you allow the website, they can set their own internal exchange rate, whereas if you use the credit card does the spot rate at the point of transaction, and you get a much better rate, and you get no overhead, because effectively the website can use any rate it likes. Okay, it doesn't have to use whatever the exchange rate is as of the point that you instigate the transaction. Just a really important point there. So the credit card sets the rate. I think, and I can't remember, and even though I have gone back and looked it up, still can't remember, that the shipping was included in the price of the unit. And if you want an idea of import costs, then there is a site that's really useful. I'll put the address down below, but there's a site called simplyduty.com, and you go to a page called Import Calculator. And effectively, it's really, really easy to use. You go to the source country, and you go to the target country, and you go to the currency you're transacting in, and then it asks you a couple of details about the thing that you're trying to import or export, whatever it happens to be, and keep it simple. Call it a drum machine, call it a sampler, call it a music keyboard. And it will give you an idea of what the courier will ask you for to clear it through customs. Okay, so as I say, I'm not sure my experience is going to work for you guys because you all live in different territories. Okay, some of you live in Europe, some of you still live in the US, which means there's no import duty whatsoever because obviously Isla Instruments is based in Florida. Some of you live in Canada, some of you live in South America. I've even got people on this channel that the Southeast Asia and Australasia. So all these different territories are going to have different import tariffs and different import agreements with the US in terms of how to import electronic goods, etc. A good idea in terms of import duty is somewhere between 8 and 14%. That's just a good idea. So hopefully that's helped. And as I say, a number of you asked the question, which is why I thought it was worthwhile bringing this up in Mailbag. You know, when I started this Mailbag section, it was light outside. It's now pitch black. Anyway, next one comes from Arcadus K. And I haven't written which video. Slap on the wrist. Anyway, is it a good pedal? This was something to do with pedals. I remember this. And he said the Roland pedals have proven to be robust. I've never had any issues with them when they've been plugged into a Roland keyboard. I like the big rubber foot on these pedals. That means they don't disappear under the keyboard when playing, requiring you to hunt under the rig every few songs for the pedal. Had the odd issue with other brands. But these have broadly fallen into two categories. Polarity, the non-Roland keyboard is wired in reverse to the way the pedal is wired, therefore the pedal doesn't work. You have to stand the stuff. Resistance, the non-Roland keyboard circuitry is expecting a specific resistance through the damping function that is not supported by the pedal. Again, not a pedal issue, more of a manufacturer issue, moving you to buy their own brand of pedal. Yeah, I've always been a bit that's always annoyed me a bit, the fact that they do that. The Stag pedal has always been quite a good generic pedal, I have to be honest, and I've always found that the DP5 and DP6 are actually really good generic pedals as well. Just polarity reversed on either of them. You know, if you're using the DP5 and the DP6, then, you know, I've done some videos about moving. The DP10 can't change polarity; it's stuck. So, but the DP10 is a dampening pedal rather than just an on-off pedal. And I found the DP5, the DP6, and the Stag pedal to be really quite good generic pedals. So, if you're looking for pedals for your keyboard rig, try those out. And I do agree with what you said about the Roland pedal, which is the fact that it has this massive, great big rubber foot on it that stops it moving under the keyboard as you're slowly pressing it. Especially if you're standing, well, I suppose probably less if you're standing, more if you're seated on a high stool and playing the keyboard. Then you're at the angle where you are actually sort of pushing the pedal away from you. So the big rubber foot makes a lot of sense from that perspective.